The water shortage protests, the electricity outages, and the oil worker strikes make it seem like fundamental infrastructure is crumbling in Iran. How long can this regime stay in power when basic needs are not being met? I mean, I think it takes a lot more than basic needs not being met for a regime to be toppled. Okay, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but I'm just saying it has to be more than basic needs not being met. There needs to be a political will and a capacity for people to pay a heavy price, and because you could see there are many examples of people's basic needs not being met, way below what it is right now in Iran, and regimes surviving, right? I mean, look at Taliban, look at Assad, right? Look at North Korea, right? Look at the Houthis in Yemen, right? The Islamic Republic of Iran is some of these examples, Islamic Republic of Iran is far more in control and have capacity of more capable of crushing dissent than some of these examples. Again, I'm not saying that the toppling of the regime is impossible, but it goes beyond just people's basic needs not being met, right? I do have to mention, though, that the 1979 revolution that happened in Iran was partly because of people who work in the oil industry striking, and I think like there are a lot of people that part of the equation for the 1979 protest is not highlighted as much as it should. Like that had a crippling effect, beyond just like the street protest that gets highlighted more, right? So if the parallels to that right now is noticeable. However, the Pahlavi dynasty was more, the Shah was more accepting of stepping down, given the backlash. Like he could have basically just stayed and fought. I don't know what would have happened. This, like, we have to be careful about comparing the last revolution in Iran with what was happening right now, because this current regime will fight tooth and nail to stay in power. There is no place for them to go after this. These will just because the Shah stepped down at some point. He had in him the willingness to step down, a willingness that is not that will not be seen among the current people in power. So again, I try to draw parallels as to see what works and what doesn't, but we have to also acknowledge the differences. I don't know if that answered your question.
Hey guys, if you want to join these streams live, get your comments and questions read by Ali and Armin and the guests, and most importantly, to get full access to the full video versions of all these episodes, become a patron. Link in the description below.